7 ways to turn on a woman with words plus text examples. You probably fall into one of 3 categories. You're in a relationship and want to spice up your texting. You're dating and want to set the tone for booty calls. You're on Tinder or another dating app and want to be more flirty. Great, because you're about to get 7 ways to turn on a woman with words. Important. I know you're sometimes unsure what to text, so I've put together 10 texts that always work. Copy-paste lines that instantly attract her and make her crave your attention. They work and they are free. Just a small gift to get you started. Enjoy! Women and men both get turned on by words. The major difference is, men get instantly turned on by erotic and graphic descriptions, whereas women generally get turned on by slow and subtle escalation. 1. Assume she's already into you. The way most men try to turn on women with words is hilarious. Hilariously bad. Dudes will try and paint erotic pictures, use graphic words and send emoji penises. Yep, that is real. But as you can well imagine, it doesn't work. In fact, talking about titties and sending aubergines only scares her off. So what does work? Assuming attraction and texting with confidence. Always go at 169%, no less. Because if you're afraid to voice your opinion and not live with conviction, she'll recognize that you don't feel good enough for her. And that's a big turn off. How do you text with confidence? Live a life that gives you joy and embrace everything about it. Things may be a little boring, sucky, or even cringe at times, but just own it. Women don't want you to be perfect. They want you to stand behind the life you've built for yourself. 2. Tactfully raise the stakes. Yes, tactful. That doesn't include tying a bow tie around your dahmer and sending her a dick pic. Tact first, genitals after. So where do you begin? Put out feeler texts, brief texts that test if she's attracted to you. Suppose you're having a tame back and forth and you want to spice up the convo. Try this. Boring stuff that leads the convo to snoozeville. I bet you tell that to all the guys, player. Or, H-Niji, you're into self-care? That's so sexy. And even more over the top. You're so bad. Talk more thermodynamics replaced with boring topics. She was on to me, babe. Dat lip bite. If she continues a flirty vibe, you're set. Otherwise, you may have to slow it down even more, or crush on someone else who is more receptive. 3. Come close and pull away. Before we continue, we have to get rid of a terribly dangerous misconception. Just because she's returning your flirty vibes does not automatically mean that she's ready to jump into bed with you. Only that she's having a good time with you right now. I'm an undercover cop, and you're under arrest for hurting my feels. Oh no! Please, officer, don't take me to jail. I'll do anything, just not that. Anything. Aha! 9,912,847,164% of guys will send a very predictable and lewd text right now. That's because most guys have a one-track mind. They would like nothing more than to explore her lady parts. This is your time to shine. By ignoring the obvious answer, you'll stand out from every other guy and make her chase you. Which is how it should be. The girl should want the guy just as much as he wants her. That's why you almost always want to pull away after you got in close. How do you pull away? Just switch topics. Could you cat sit my buddy meatballs? I want to go to the movies and he gets lonely by himself. 4. Use sexual language. I often preach on going over the top. But when you want to sexualize the conversation, going over the top is more likely to hurt your success and turn her off. So if you want to turn her on, start subtle and use trigger words. You see, some words are so powerful that if you gently whisper them into her ear, she'll instantly pull you closer and suck your face off. Kinda. Point is, the right word can turn her on quicker than a candlelit dinner. So here comes 7 trigger words that'll get her to think about sex. Wet deep, come, hard, eat mouth, inside, dripping. Now, don't think you can turn her on by screaming, wet, or tying them all together into an obscene text. I want to shove my hard ooh la la into your wet crikey dingo, and come deep inside your afwiedersehen, and watch my AI caramba dripping out of your tutsy frutsy. You want to be a little more subtle and are playful about it. For instance, suppose she just went through a rainstorm and sent you, OMG, I just got caught in a storm and am soaked to the bone. Retort with a playful message that implies a trigger word. Women get turned on by the weirdest shit. Are you planning the date? Turn her on with a bit of subtlety. That'll be so much fun. I can't wait for you to come. That won't set off her alarm bells. Another easy trigger word to slip into your conversation is hard. Suppose she's cramming for an upcoming school exam. Learning for this exam is killing me. Why'd you go to uni if you don't like it hard? Drop a few sexual-oriented bombs and you'll see that women like to talk about X-rated topics as long as it's not too on the nose. 5. Make her feel good with these 5 phrases. Most men have a terrible understanding of what gets women turned on. They think they need to bombard her with flirty lines, one after the other. But if you want to arouse a woman, you want to focus on making her feel good, and you can do that in a bunch of ways. Make her feel sexy. I just realized I'm biting my lip when I'm texting you. Playfully push her away. That's it. We're breaking up. Tease her. 911? I want to report an assault. Yep. She told me a joke that gave me third-degree cringe. Compliment her. Hahaha, that gave me a big belly laugh. Challenge her. No way you're a better cook than me. Impossible. I'm going to cook the shit out of you. All these lines stimulate her emotions in different ways, and that's what will make her attracted to you. You just make her feel so much, and that's what will eventually get her totally addicted to you. 6. Have a backbone. Here's the big reason why men suck at seducing women. They don't know what revs up a woman's sexual appetite, and that's no surprise. For us guys, it's easy. We see a sexy woman and we want to do naughty things with her, but for most women, it's different. If she sees a hot 10-10 stud with a chiseled body, she's usually not aroused enough to tear his clothes off, and that's because the typical male and female brain gets aroused by different things. Men largely get turned on by a young adult woman with big titties and big childbearing hips. Women, however, are biologically wired to fall for powerful and potentially dangerous men who can protect and take care of her. Why do you think every romantic novel has the same plot? An innocent, well-meaning, and attractive young woman crosses paths with a man who is a bit of an uncivilized man-monster who she needs to tame. Ever heard of Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey? Same stuff. So if you want to turn her on a deep fundamental level, you must be dangerous and have a backbone. That means you need to be able to stand your ground and push her away if you need to. So if she ever says something that you disagree with, that's your time to shine. Just be sure to say it in play. Okay, that's enough out of you. Let the adults handle this. Hey, respect your elder's name, because I fucking said so. I mean, please. 7. Sex without being a creeper. You may be thinking, finally, the good stuff. But I warn you, unless you're already dating, I advise against sexting, although the methods you're about to get work, and will likely get her to participate. The results are often disappointing. Yes, you'll be texting naughty things to each other. Yes, you may even see her nudes. But you'll probably ruin your chances of seeing her. Why? Because now she feels pressured to get sexual with you in real life, even if she's not ready. So to repeat myself, I only advise texting for nudes when you've already been sleeping with her, or when you don't care about meeting her in person. Want to go for it? Here's my #1 advice. Dance around the obvious talk about her jiggly lady parts and be a little indirect. That kind of dirty talk may work for us, but usually turns women off, especially if she doesn't know you that well. So how do you introduce sexting in a way she enjoys? Make sure she's available and has time for herself, think evening or weekend. You're already chatting with her and she's in a good mood. Once those requirements are met, the sexting can begin. Here comes an example of how you can use sexting to motivate a girl to come over. I'm going to hit the gym and then chill at home. You should come over. Ooh, very tempted. But I've had a long week and need to catch up on my sleep. You can sleep here, after I slowly kiss you. From your neck, all the way down to your belly button, while your hands are tied to my bedpost. See how I slowly build up the tension, and how I start by simply bringing up what I want to do to her. It's pretty straightforward. Note, be sure to stop after sending a couple of sexts. That way you can gauge how she's feeling. If she's enjoying it, she'll usually reply with, "Go on," or a blushing emoji. Continue as you see fit. If you do decide to keep sexting, be very descriptive, and occasionally ask her if she wants more. Get her addicted to your texts. That's almost all you need to know on how to turn on a woman with words. To make sure you're ready to give a girl all the emotions she needs, I have 2 gifts for you. The 10 texts that always work. A mix of copy-pastable texts that you can use to give fun answers to boring questions, teases to raise attraction, how to turn the conversation toward fun, ask her out in a non-needy way, and more. Find out for yourself and click that big red button below to get it in your inbox right now. Enjoy, bro.